Nice to see you.
Nice to see you
I'm
too.
glad you've come back.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
Wow, like to be honest, I don't even know what to say. Like it's been so crazy. Like I was telling you before, I'm kind of like scared to take the time to self-reflect because like I don't really want to go there. But also I'm like working 2 jobs and trying not to spend much time alone and trying not to let things get too quiet in the apartment. So I'm definitely, I feel like this is kind of the first time that I'm sitting here taking stock of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds like you've been really busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a lot of time, like you said, for some self-reflection to sort of process what you've been thinking or feeling.
Yeah. I don't really even know what I've been thinking and feeling.
Well, I wanted to bring something to the session today that I think you might like. We'll give it a try, and it's something that we can kind of continue as we work together. But I'm not sure if you're familiar with mindfulness and sort of what that practice is.
A little bit, yeah. There's a lady at where I work who sometimes will lead, sessions in the office. I've gone a couple times.
Okay.
And yeah, it's interesting, definitely.
Has it been a practice that's piqued your interest, or?
I mean, I guess I feel like I should. I should do it more. Yeah, I haven't exactly like latched onto it yet. Yeah.
What do you think is the reason why you haven't latched on?
I don't know. Maybe it was just kind of just conceptual for me, or just kind of just feels like something that like other people do, but I haven't really figured out how it would be part of, how I do things.
Sure.
I mean, obviously, from what I'm, from how this week was.
Right. So how to really weave it in maybe to your life.
Yeah, it would be like pretty antithetical
to
my life at this point.
Actually slowing down.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm actually glad you've been introduced to it before. Sometimes it does feel like it's something that, I'm not sure if that's for me. I don't know how to slow down, or I wouldn't even know how to do it.
Yeah.
Or is this something that I need to actually practice meditating? What does that mean for me on a practical level?
Right.
So I get it. It sometimes can seem a bit intimidating.
Yeah.
But I think what I wanted to talk with you about today is that it actually doesn't have to be something that is really time consuming.
Yeah.
Or something that feels like it's out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring mindfulness into our discussion because I've found that it can be a helpful way for individuals to actually be able to slow themselves down a bit, create a little bit of space to possibly do some self-reflection, but to really just be able to be more in the present moment, and to be open to kind of whatever comes up in your mind as you're going through the motions. I know that can be a little, looking at your face, feeling a little bit nervous about that.
Yeah, a little bit.
So the idea is to be open, to not judge, and to be just really in the present. Now you're thinking, well, how do I do that, right?
Right, yeah.
So, I wanted to actually have an apple here.
Okay, nice.
This was one of the first ways that I've really implemented mindfulness into a practice for myself, because I found it to be helpful also.
Yeah.
I thought maybe this would resonate with you. Because it doesn't have to be something that you're taking large chunks of your day out to practice.
Okay.
But it could be even something as, I'll hand this to you.
Yeah.
Of when we take time out, maybe to have a snack at work or sometime during the weekend.
Yeah.
Mindfulness can be as simple as when you take a bite of food, in this case an apple, right? And I'll have you do it in just a minute.
Okay.
To really be aware of all of the senses that you experience, right? To use your ears. So we're looking at kind of the sensory part of mindfulness.
Okay.
You take the bite. What does it feel like on your lips, right? What do you smell through your nose? What do you hear when you take that bite, right? And then slowly, because oftentimes we forget to chew.
Yeah.
Because we run around so much, right?
Right.
But to slowly, right, that's exactly it. When's the last time you actually smelled an apple?
It's
Right?
a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It smells different
Right.
than I would think, actually.
Yeah. And in some ways, like having fun with it because it is a pure sensory experience in this specific type of mindfulness, right?
Right.
But at the same time, it's allowing you to get out of sort of the busy thinking.
Yeah.
And just by being very aware of the present moment,
Yeah.
of the feeling, the taste, the texture, the sound, right? It can actually have a result physiologically in your body to actually help slow yourself down.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to actually take a moment here, if you're willing to give it a try. It seems like you've done the smelling, so I'd love to see what the experience is like for you.
Should I take a bite of it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chewing was definitely loud in my ears. Not usually that quiet when I eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe that was 30 seconds,
Yeah.
45 seconds, less than a minute.
Mm.
What do you feel in your body right now from...
It was very, it's very kind of wakes you up a little bit. I feel like I'm a little bit woken up by just, I don't know, the apple's very bright and kind of like stimulating, and the crunch. So I don't know, I feel like I'm more in touch with how it affected me to eat this.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you notice a moment where you were able to, within all of the focusing on the crunch, the smell, the sound, were you at all focusing on intruding thoughts around, okay, what's next? What project's next?
Oh, that's
what
a
do I
good
have to do
question.
tomorrow?
I mean, I was wondering what you were if you were gonna say anything.
Gotcha.
You know, while I was eating it. So that definitely is a thought that popped to my mind. But other than that, I felt pretty like wrapped up in the experience. Closing my eyes kind of helped me do that. Yeah. So I didn't have too many distracting thoughts, other than like it's awkward to just sit and chew in front of someone. You know what I mean? Those are probably the only distractions. But I was still able to feel, what was going on.
Okay. So the idea of bringing yourself into the present moment once again.
Yep.
And this is, I bring this forward as far as the food as an example, just because it's something that we do every day, multiple times a day. So it doesn't have to be something that forces you to, set up an altar or set up a separate space in your apartment or feel pressured to understand mindfulness. I'm not sure if in the introductory sort of sessions you've got, I've known individuals who feel intimidated just by the fact that it's connected to Buddhism or, to sort of a bigger philosophy, right? That we can actually pull pieces of mindfulness out and bring them to what is applicable and attainable for you to do on a day-to-day basis, right? And then it's something, if we work on this, maybe we try something else. What is it like in the morning when you turn on the shower? When's the last time you smelled your shampoo? Right? Or actually felt the drops of water on your head, right? Or really felt what it feels like to lather your hair, right? So these are just, I'm giving you very specific
so it's just
examples.
through the senses, as opposed to having to clear your mind or whatever. Yeah.
And the next part of it too, and this is something that we can sort of, as we continue through this, if you're open to it, we can kind of move into different types of mindfulness meditation. I wanted to start with this and have you actually kind of take home a little homework and practice it this week.
Yeah.
But sort of a next sort of phase of it per se is when you do have those thoughts pop up of I shoulds or oh my gosh, what's next? Or,
Yeah.
I know a lot of what you've come to me to talk about is just sort of how busy you are and how it's hard to quiet your mind and find space for yourself.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the mindfulness work too is if thoughts pop up that, sometimes they're just little thoughts of basically chatter in our heads. Oh gosh, well, I got to get to the grocery store after this, or I need to remember this, that we can in fact acknowledge them and then let them go.
Yeah.
And so what I'd like to do during our next session is to really actually try some sort of focus more of the mindfulness on our breath, because that can also help with slowing our bodies down physiologically as well. So, do you think this is something as far as the apple?
You eat, eating something that I do, multiple times a day. So hopefully I'll remember,
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe for next week, bring in an experience or two and see how it goes.
Okay. Yeah.
Because once again, it can really be whether it's food, whether it's taking a shower, brushing our teeth, having a sip of water. The idea is taking those moments that we usually pass by because we are so busy.
Yeah.
And letting it bring us back to the present moment.
Right. I'll try it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Thanks.
All right. Well, I look forward to next week.
Me too.
All right. Take care.
Thanks.